Hey guys, and welcome to episode 38 of Break Time. I'm Alex.
I am Iman, fresh off the set of Magic Mike.
And thank you very much for tuning into this very different episode of Break Time. Me and Iman, if you're watching the video version of the podcast, you can probably tell that we are not in our normal digs, our normal set.
Yeah.
We had to bring the cast and crew out to a completely different location and fix the show. And if potentially you can see the reflection, you'll see that it's just a phone. Anyway, but Iman, why don't you tell the people what it is that we're doing and what day it is and why it's significant in case they already can't tell.
Well, today we are mobbing in Austin, okay? And the reason we're doing that is because it's St. Patty's Day. But even if it wasn't St. Patty's Day, we'd still be down here. We just had the idea like 4 days ago. We came out here just to...
we were seeing Andrew Schultz.
Seeing a comedy show, yeah, Andrew Schultz. And we were just hanging out and we're like, dude, this is fucking cool. Let's just come out here next time.
Yeah.
Let's just do this. And so here we are 4 days later, and it just happens to be St. Patrick's Day on 6th Street during South by Southwest, the last Saturday of spring break. So,
yeah.
Crazy as fuck.
And when me
is
and
an understatement.
Yeah, when me and Iman talked about it, because we came here with my brother who's 18, so he can't drink. And we were down here on Tuesday, and Iman and I were like, man, it'd be great if we could go to some bars. But we couldn't go to any bars because we had him. No fault on him, obviously. It's not his fault. But I told him, I was like, bro, let's just go Saturday. We'll just come down, do some bar hopping. We'll hang out. We'll get some stuff done. And as it got closer to Saturday, I was like, bro, it's the last Saturday of spring break. And I was like, bro, South by Southwest is happening.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, it's St. Patrick's Day.
Dude, oh my God. But I mean, it really didn't even hit us because we were just pumped up about that. All that got us pumped up.
Yeah.
It didn't hit us until we arrived to the city. I don't know why we were so taken back by the amount of people that we saw walking into the city.
I don't think
knew everything that was going on.
I don't think that it was just the fact that, like, so sorry if you can hear the sirens. There's gosh dang.
Fucking Fast and Furious 8 going on outside.
But the thing that took us off guard is, one, we're in a different city.
Yeah.
We're not used to being here in Austin. Obviously, we're not from here. So different city. You got you're a little anxious going into it, specifically to go out,
right?
And like to go, because 6th Street on a regular weekend is no joke. It's like we
went Tuesday, and the shit was popping.
Yeah, we were here on a Tuesday, but to be fair, that was during South by Southwest.
But it was still Tuesday.
Yeah. So, but 6th Street normally is not something to be trifled with.
Yeah.
And then we came obviously Saturday, like I said, with everything that was going on, and we're gonna get into it definitely. Like we'll go over some of the stuff that happened to us. And in case we seem a little tired, it's because we just got back. It's almost 3 a.m.
7 minutes away from 3 a.m. So.
Yeah, 7 minutes away from 3 a.m. We just got back into our hotel, and we wanted to record this episode of the podcast. Technically, St. Patrick's Day has already passed.
Yeah.
But for us, it's St. Patrick's Day.
Still St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, so not only are we recording this the day after St. Patrick's Day, it'll actually come out on YouTube after St. Patrick's Day. So whatever, it's fine. But Iman, before we get to that, first off, I want to remind everybody that you can skip around to all of if you want to hear us talk about a certain topic or whatever we talk about throughout the video, you can go to the description. It'll have a breakdown of all the different stuff that we talk about, and you can kind of go to the timestamps there. And also, we have a link to our Teespring store if you want to support the podcast in that way. Gosh, stop yawning, bro.
I'm trying, man.
You're gonna bring down the energy.
This coffee's doing nothing for me, dog.
So Iman, I was gonna ask you, what have you been doing this week, leading up to coming down to South by Southwest? What were you doing this week?
Just working, dude. Just working, hanging out. Really same shit, different day, man.
Yeah.
Sounds so boring and mundane. I think the sirens add a nice ambience to it, but just working. Yeah, we're in the heart of the city, people. So it's getting crazy outside. What's up?
It's like that bomb happened that the threat was about or some shit.
What
it sounded like
did not.
We'd be the biggest idiots in the world sitting here talking about our time on 6th Street when the biggest
news
story in Austin is happening right behind us.
We're just missing everything.
But Iman, so what were you up to this week?
Dude, just like I said, working, hanging out with Alexandra a little bit, and that's it, man. Just taking it easy, as I do, hitting the gym. Oh, I visited a modeling agency.
How'd that go?
Shit, what day was that? It's like Thursday,
maybe. I was about to say, I feel like it would have been like Thursday or
Wednesday. Wednesday. It was Wednesday.
Oh, that's sick. So you were telling me about it when it was happening.
It was Wednesday, man. I visited a modeling agency. Met with some of the models. Fucking beautiful people, dude. I mean, it goes without saying, right? Just gorgeous, though. And yeah, man, I spoke with the CEO of the modeling agency, and she seemed very interested to work with me. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot. Why not, right? Why not?
I mean, you're pretty enough, Iman.
It's just an avenue to make money. You know what I'm saying?
It's a different vibe doing the podcast this way.
Why the deep sigh, dude?
No, I'm just saying, like, it's a different vibe. Like, I got to get used to it because, like, I'm used to a very certain setup and certain circumstances.
I know, with the blue lights everywhere. And
yeah.
The laptop fire.
The laptop fire. It's
that kind of hurts my heart a little bit.
It's okay. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, this is a big deal, dude. This is a little different.
Yeah, this is the first time we've ever done break time like this. We've never even done an episode of break time in a different space before.
Yeah,
it's always been the same exact space.
A big change for us is having a guest on the set, but aka my room. But yeah, man, I visited the modeling agency, and it was cool as shit, man. It was cool as shit. I really want to give it a shot, man. Just try it out and see where it takes me. Definitely. The thing is, man, if it ever were to take off, I would not be in San Antonio anymore.
Oh, man. So you wouldn't be able to do it because it's podcast.
Well, I thought about that, dude. But that's how much I care about the fucking podcast.
What's up?
Well, I could be a good model, but how would that affect the podcast? I would call in weekly, dude, from wherever I'm at to do a podcast. Damn. I swear to God, I would.
Such shitty sound quality.
It'd be so depressing, right? But
yeah, it'd also be such shitty sound quality.
It really would.
That's what I would be worried about.
Huge drawbacks.
Yeah, we just have to recast you.
We would.
We get Johan up in here, and I'd be like, "This is Iman," and it'd just be Johan. Be like, "Yes!"
Just do Johan in blackface and be controversial, dude. Get your views that way.
We could. We could.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's been my life thus far, my friend. I'm sure other shit's happened that I can't remember. What about you, man? It's popping off in Alexville.
As usual, it's a lot of working, a lot of stuff with the champions. I did have a big life change event happen recently that you already know about it. You're acting surprised. But shut up. You're making it more difficult than it has to be. So I think going on 2 weeks ago, Serena and I broke up, so we are no longer with each other.
Yeah.
So we had some issues that we couldn't deal with or couldn't. It was something where we very respectfully decided. I don't want to put it that way because I don't want to. Let me put it this way. We just had issues that we couldn't work out, and we're just not together. Mm-hmm. And it's one of those things where, I was super torn up about it.
Yeah.
And I was really, because it's like almost 7 years.
Yeah.
Of my life that I was with someone.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And it's one of those things where I was like, I thought like that was the person I was going to be with for like the long haul. Yeah. And unfortunately, just it didn't work out that way.
The rug got pulled out from under you.
So
right?
yeah, but it's also one of those things where I'm not going to be the person to. And realistically, not just because we're on a podcast. 'Cause I've told you this already too. Like I'm not going to be the person that's going to like talk shit or be upset and go slander someone for whatever
shit. Yeah.
For whatever reason. That's kid shit.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunately it didn't work out. As weird as that is to say, because it almost sounds like very dismissive after 7 years, but it's a thing where and I've been telling people this who ask me about it or who I have to tell about it because they'll bring it up. I hope that it was a learning experience for me, and that I have better prepared myself for the woman I'm going to meet later, who is going to be my wife and my future and all that kind of stuff.
I mean, this is fresh, right? Single Alex, fucking savage. You should have saw him on 6th Street. What's this early on, right? Being single, like what looking back do you think you learned from that relationship?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
It's still new.
Yeah, because it's a new thing, and I'm not as much as it was for me. It was very much a thing where I mean, a lot of people know this about me. Well, maybe they don't because I don't let them. But I keep around people in my life that are necessary.
Right.
Like I don't like needless or pointless interaction.
Absolutely.
Like if I'm not your friend, if we're an acquaintance, I'm not going to go out of my way to talk to you. I'm not going to go out of my way to continue a friendship, not because I'm trying to be a dick about it, but because for me, my life is too short to be filled with fodder of people that I don't like that I'm just putting up with. Like, even in high school, like, I wasn't the type of person who wanted friends to talk to at lunch that were just there. If I talked to you at lunch, it's because I felt that there was some value in talking with you or being around you.
Yeah.
You know, there's some people, especially in high school, it was a big thing, and I think that's really where I grew to resent it and didn't like it. In high school, there was a big thing where it was like, oh, I need someone to sit with at lunch so I don't seem like a social outcast. Or, oh, I need to hang out with the theater kids because I'm in theater. Oh, I need to hang out with the choir kids because I'm in choir, even though I don't have any similar interests besides singing with them and all this kind of shit. And I get that for that, but I've never been like that.
Right.
And especially more so outside of school. If I don't need to talk to you, I don't.
Right.
So I have a very closed off inner circle, and you know, obviously, Serena was a part of that, and so for me, it was very hard because, like I said, I don't let a whole lot of people in. So I don't have a whole lot of people who are like in on the ground floor with Alex of what's going on and stuff. And that's just me. So to kind of get back to what you said about like, what have I learned? Again, I don't know, because as much as I want to like think back and reflect on it, I've kind of had to purge isn't the right word, but I've kind of had to put myself in a position where I'm not thinking about it currently.
Hell yeah.
Because it's like, you know what? I have those experiences. The X, Y, and Z experiences are really good.
Yeah.
And A, B, and C is where I could improve, and maybe I'll improve that.
Yeah.
And then, or, you know, maybe I won't. Or I don't know. It's really just a thing where I'm like,
I mean, it really it's too fresh to even ask the question, because usually when you look at something and you're like, I could take away this from that, it's usually when you're over it and there's no more emotion involved. Right now, to look back at it, you're definitely seeing it through clouded glasses.
Yeah.
You're not really getting a pure logical look at it because there's so much emotion invested still. I guarantee,
I just
man,
detach myself, honestly.
That's
like,
at this phase, you should be doing that, man. You should be doing that. Yeah, dude. It's cold turkey, man. But you gotta treat the shit, in my experience, like the person fucking died. Like the person died. That's how you gotta treat it.
I have this very unhealthy habit that I've always done in my life, where if something's bothering me or I have an issue, and I think maybe you might have this too. If not, it's just something that's me. But if you ever have an issue or you're uncomfortable with something, you cover it up with laughter or with jokes. Like, you know, it's kind of like a defense mechanism. Yeah. So I've always been like that. But the other thing that I do is I distract myself from it, so I don't have to deal with it. And I don't know if that's some people tell me that's a dude thing. Other people tell me that that's just me coping incorrectly. But, you know, I don't know if there's an incorrect way to cope. I think it's just different people. So for me, like I said, I've been ignoring, not ignoring, but I've been distracting myself. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm dealing with this emotionally, but I can go drown myself in work and only focus on work, so I don't have to think about anything else. And it's like, I'm having like these thoughts or these feelings. Oh, let me go work on some champion stuff and only work on champion stuff. Or, hey, let me go work on my music stuff and only do music stuff. So it's like that.
There's absolutely, who's telling you that's bad coping mechanisms?
I've just I don't want to say people that I've talked to. You don't have to name any names. But people that I've talked to recently are like, oh, maybe you shouldn't do that. And I'm like, I'm fine. Yeah. I will do what every good human being should do. Right. And distract yourself, get over it, and in 5 years, when you remember that you were actually molested, you cry about it, and then you move on. You move on.
We're getting some other shit.
And you know, people said we were just playing, but I think that No, I'm kidding.
I just totally switched gears.
But yeah, so that's something I've been dealing with recently. But you know, it's
just keep doing what you're doing, man.
Yeah, man. To round it all back, I mean, obviously we're here partially, for me anyway, because I needed to do something.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and it's not, for me, it's not a thing where I'm like, oh, I need to like go out and like talk to other girls or see something or go do that or have a crazy streak. I'm like, I just need to do something. Yeah. And it just so happened that we were in Austin, and I said, let's come back to Austin and do that. Yeah. So, you know, and I wanted to throw that out there because I didn't want anyone listening or me in the future listening to think like, man, Alex had to go drink and go do that to cope with his sadness. But no, I didn't have to do that.
No.
Honestly, we didn't drink too much anyway.
Fuck no, we didn't. I didn't want to drink tonight, actually.
So but yeah, so there's that. But to kind of wrap that portion of it up, you know, I don't want to do the whole like new Alex or like I'm focusing on me and myself.
Cliche shit.
Yeah, because I'm not like, oh, I'm just better in myself and I'm focusing on me. I think I've always done that. Like
yeah.
I don't think
Nothing's
it was something
changed. You didn't lose yourself in this relationship.
I don't think that like I did anything. The way that I am in the relationship wasn't any different than the way I am outside of the relationship.
Yeah.
The only difference is that I had someone that I could kiss every now and then.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So
watch, dude, you're gonna be fine, man. I was talking to Alex the other day, not you.
Alexandra.
Alexandra.
Are we comfortable enough to be talking about her on the podcast?
What?
I guess. Never mind. Go ahead.
I've mentioned it plenty of times.
Yeah.
No, but I was saying
I
that.
don't think by name though. Whatever. Go ahead.
But
Who's Alexandra?
What?
Who's Alexandra?
But I was telling her, man, like, it may sound fucked up, but I'm really excited for you, dog.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really excited, man. Unless you don't know how to deal with, we'll call it fucking loss, because at the end of the day, this is loss, dude.
Yeah.
You're not gonna. What was I gonna say? I lost my fucking train of thought. I'm sorry. It's 3 a.m. What was I saying?
You were super excited for me.
Yes. Unless you completely don't know how to cope with loss or any sort of tragedy in your life, and don't have the proper friends and peers around you to support you.
Yeah, you don't have a good support system.
Yeah, exactly. And I believe in all those categories you do, right? You're not picking up any drinking habits, any drug habits, any bad habits, right? Yeah. Not having like meaningless sex and shit like that. You're gonna be straight, dude. If that's the case, nothing bad is gonna ever result from a breakup, man.
Yeah,
like
I'm not.
In a year, if you keep doing what you're doing, and I know it's cliche, but just focusing on bettering Alex, right? Just focusing on just doing the fuck out of you, man. You know what I'm saying?
See, again, I don't want to use those terms because that's
what other term would
so
you
cliche.
use? It's cliche, but there's really no other way to put it, man. I'm just gonna keep
living. That's it.
Okay, we could put it like that.
I just don't like. I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do what's good for me.
I just
just
like find another way to word it.
I'm gonna continue living.
Continue doing shit like this, dude. You're gonna be a bad motherfucker in a year, man. That's what breakups do. That's what breakups do.
Now, Iman.
You'd be even a badder motherfucker, yo.
A badder motherfucker.
Absolutely, dog. Trust me, man.
Badder is a word.
All right, well, don't take the fucking motivation.
I get what you mean.
Yeah, man.
Alrighty.
I'm excited, dude.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Thanks. So anyway, in the description is gonna be my phone number. No, I'm kidding. Completely backtrack, destroy everything that I just said. Right.
The link to my Tinder.
The link to my Tinder is in there, and my Grinder. Johan,
oh shit!
Looking at you.
Let's go, dog.
Johan's the only person who's gonna hear this podcast.
I know.
Anyway, so Iman, obviously, now that we can get on a higher note, let's talk about the shenanigans we got into here. I mean, it's not really shenanigans, but just some of the dumb shit.
Fucking 6th Street, man.
That occurred.
Dude,
so,
hold on. Let's be real quick,
man. Go ahead. I got it.
Maybe we caught a bad night, dude.
No, bro. I think it's just so.
Let me ask the question real quick.
Go ahead.
Is 6th Street overrated?
So, for those of you who don't know what 6th Street is, let me give you some background.
Yeah.
So, Austin, Texas, the city, is a hub for culture. The millennial population, very forward-thinking, younger people, community of people who are very progressive, you know, and it's also home to a lot of like production companies, home to a lot of music stuff. A lot of cool shit happens in Austin.
Yeah.
And Austin's slogan is "Keep Austin Weird." Austin's also a college town. There's like a bunch of history shit here and like state building shit here. There's a bunch of shit in Austin. It's a bunch of stuff. So 6th Street is how do I put it? 6th Street is, if you've been to Bourbon Street in Louisiana, which is just like party all the time, bars everywhere, places to eat. Like you go there to go ham and have a party in Bourbon Street, right? So Austin 6th Street is trying to be Bourbon Street. Not in a bad way. That kind of sounds like it has a negative connotation, but what I mean is that 6th Street is the party street.
Right.
Like, all the bars are there. All the cool, like, little eating spots are there. Like, the Voodoo Donuts is there. You know, all the nice music scenes are there. Whenever there's a convention, people go to 6th Street.
Yeah.
Because that's where everything's popping. That's where everything's happening. So 6th Street kind of is notorious for... hey, we're going to go to Austin to go drinking. Or, hey, we're going to go to Austin for St. Patrick's Day. Or we're going to go to Austin for the game. The immediate thought is always 6th Street. Yeah. Like, where are we going on 6th Street? It doesn't matter where on 6th Street, but 6th Street, you just know that you're going there. So it is kind of not the stereotypical, but it's the drinking spot, essentially, at least for tourism in Austin. I don't know how people in Austin feel about it. I feel like it's big for people in Austin, too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But I feel like it's more desirable for people who are coming into Austin.
Right, because it's new.
So your question is it overrated?
Is it
because
overrated?
It's essentially just a bunch of bars.
Yeah.
You know, and I personally, Iman, had you gone bar hopping before or anything like that?
Never been bar hopping.
So me and Iman, unless we're doing it wrong, kind of did like the bar hopping thing where we'd go into places, kind of check out what was going on, get some drinks, listen to the music for a little bit, kind of like just get a vibe for a few of the different places. And so that's what we did, and I'll get into why, but I think we both kind of walked away from that bar hopping experience a little
empty.
Yeah, like a little, like almost like there's a huge, almost like a film that doesn't pay off. Like there's a huge setup, there's a huge set piece and everything, and you get to the climax and it's kind of like nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
So, and it like Iman said, it just left us empty.
Yeah.
Like that is that experience. That is that. So I don't know if it's a 6th Street thing or it's a bar hopping thing where that's just not me or Iman, or if we just didn't enjoy it, or if maybe we didn't have enough people with us. Maybe I don't know. I feel like there's a bunch of maybes this, maybe that, but it just wasn't that great for us.
Nah, man.
So let me kind of let's walk through what we did and kind of just some of the shit that we saw. So first off, we're coming into 6th Street. We're nervous because it's Austin. It's a different place. But then we also, because Austin's weird, that's like their whole thing. We start seeing people dressed super fucking oddly. Like, just like, I don't know how to explain it, but like there were people walking by that looked like they lived in the Hunger Games universe where all the rich people are,
Austin,
weird and outlandish. And there was a dude who drove by on a bike dressed as Spider-Man.
Well, listen, man, like,
go ahead.
Not to cut you off, but
No, go ahead.
So you were really freaking out, man. You're not used to the whole party scene, dude. So I'm driving up, we're freaking the fuck out. And you were kind of rubbing off on me. I was like, dog, chill out, man. You're good. You're straight. And right when I would talk you off the ledge and you'd be, all right, man, we're cool. We're good. Some crazy ass shit would happen next to us.
Yeah, like I was like, you know what, man? They're just regular people. They're just dressing weird. They're just being a little outlandish. It's fine. It's okay. It's not that bad. And then we saw Spider-Man drive by on a bike. Yeah. And I was like, Iman, I can't do this. It's too weird. It's too out there. And then you calm me down again and be like, okay, fine. Then a dude walking by with speakers on his suit. And I was just like, Iman, I can't do this. It's too outlandish. And then we get to our hotel.
No, well, then I call you down again, and we get to an intersection, and I kid you not, a motherfucker drives through the intersection, not drives, pedals through the intersection on at least a 10-foot bike. How do you get on that thing, man?
He would have lifted his arm and he would have touched the fucking
under the bridge,
the street lights. But so then we get to our hotel and we go park the car and we do self parking underneath the hotel. So we're looking for a parking space, and there's this car in front of us, and this gentleman is in the car with his girl, and they have a Mustang, right? Or was it
Charger?
Challenger.
It was a Challenger.
It was a Challenger. One of those muscle cars that you get when you have a small penis. And we were getting in, and he was trying to get into this parking space that was near a stone or a concrete wall, and he was trying to back up into it. And he rammed his rear passenger side door into the concrete wall, and then drove off of it, and then tried to back up again, hit it again, dented it fully inward, looked like a transformer bumped into him, and then he drives off, like does the whole thing where he almost hits something else and does the full turn and
drives
off like he was pissed. And then me and Iman drive up, the space is open, and I go, we're not going to park there.
Yeah.
Because if he comes back around, he's going to kick our ass because we parked there easily. So then we run around, and then I'm freaking out because the spaces are really close together and shit. And
yeah, terrible parking.
I almost destroyed my car. And then we park. It was fine. We get to the hotel. And then just to speed it up a little bit, because then some kind of mundane shit happens. We go. I had my first cigar with Iman, which was great.
Beautiful
was,
shit, man.
Great experience. Iman showed me how to do it because I wasn't familiar at all.
Yeah.
But I think I was pretty all right at it by the time we had our second cigar.
Yeah, by the second one.
But yeah, so that was great. And then we started going to bars. So the first bar that we went to, we just walked in. I just got a beer. Iman
got out of Jameson.
Yeah, he was very upset because of the amount of alcohol that they put in it.
I'm bringing my own bottle next time. It's official.
So we go to that one, and it's just like we get in there, and then we realize like oh, we waited in a crowded line, or I'm sorry, we walked through a crowded street where you could barely walk, and then we got to this line at the door to get up there to show someone our ID, to get in, to stand in line to get alcohol, and then stand to the side while other people are going through the same process, and we're all just huddled together, waiting for the band to start playing. And I'm like, oh, okay, fuck this. So I just kind of chugged my Dos Equis, and we took off. Mm-hmm. And then we kind of chilled out for a little bit. We're walking around, seeing some other stuff. We got some pizza and shit, and then went to the next one of the other places that we went to, which was really cool. I forgot what the place was called. We saw a band there called Royal Forest.
Oh, you remember the name?
Yeah, and they're like this indie rock band. They're super
cool
badass.
Shit, dude.
That was super cool. The vibe was totally different.
Yeah.
The way that they had that place set up, it wasn't like a bar where you went and sat at a table and just watched a band. You actually sat like in these bleacher type of things almost.
Yeah.
And you watched the band, and then the band was like, everyone just come up to the front of the stage and we're gonna, just have a good time. They were great. That was really.
They were really fucking. My man, the lead singer, the guitarist.
Oh,
killed that.
I don't think he was the lead singer, but he was the lead guitarist.
Yeah, lead guitarist.
Yeah, but he was. He made
so
love fucking great
to that guitar.
Yeah, so that was great. We had a little more alcohol there, and then we took off.
Yeah.
And then we went to, and then we're just looking at all these bars, and I'm like, we're jumping around and stuff, and we just kind of realized, like, so the point of this is to go stand in line, to show someone our ID, to stand in line, to get a drink, to stand around crowded.
Yeah.
And, like, some of these places you couldn't even, like, dance in, or some of them people were trying to dance in them, and there's not enough room.
Yeah.
Because everyone's just there. And slowly, we started hitting 6th Street at about, what, 6?
Yeah.
Like, we started hitting it about 6:30 after we got into the hotel and everything. Mm-hmm. And we got our cigars and everything. We're hanging out, walking around, and it was already crowded. And then by 7, it was more crowded. By 8, it was more crowded. By 12 o'clock, that place was fucking packed.
Yeah.
To the brim. There were points where we were walking through this crowd of people, and it would just come to a standstill, and no one was moving.
Yeah.
And you couldn't see far enough to see where the holdup was.
Yeah.
And then closer to like 1:30, 2 o'clock, it got tighter. It got worse.
Yeah, the whole street.
It got worse.
The whole street felt like being in a tight elevator.
Yeah.
Or being in a really cramped car where your shoulders are scrunched, you're fucking squeezing your arms together. It was so bad. If you had claustrophobia, you're not having a good time.
Yeah.
Not having a good time at all.
So we go through all that shit. We go to all the bars that we went to. We jumped around. We got another cigar, which I think us hanging out and just having the cigars was more fun than jumping around to these bars and shit.
Just chilling out, yeah.
And it was just we ended up walking away from that experience going like, all right, well, that was an experience. I'm glad I did it, but I didn't get anything out of it.
We got nothing out of it.
I didn't feel fulfilled. The only thing I got out of it is that my wallet is lighter. Like, that is it.
Yeah.
Because I had to spend cover charges, I had to overpay for alcohol, and then I had to tip everyone.
Yeah, we got nothing out of it, but they got money out of our wallet. A lot of it, too.
Yeah, and I guess that's the point of it. They just want you to interval through.
Let's be real, man. The point of it, dude, is to go out, either get some dick or get some pussy.
Okay, so right before we hit that, right?
Go ahead.
So for us, me and Iman came out with the intention of hanging out, going bar hopping. Originally, the intention was like, hey, let's go get drunk, get loose, just like chill out and stuff. But then we got there, and the crowd itself, at least for us, I don't know if it's just the night or if it's always like this. I feel like it's always like this. I've been to Austin 6th Street a few times. This is the first time me like actively participating, but everyone was like mad mugging you.
Yeah, man.
The whole time, like if you like Like for me, I'm the type of person, I was telling you, I'm a schmuck because I'm walking around and I'm bumping into people and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. And then like I'm like, oh, sorry, man, if I bumped into you and stuff like that. Or like I'll like look at someone, I'm like, oh, hey, like, you know, they're just like, they'll look at me or whatever. I just try to be nice, even though I won't talk to people if I don't have to. But they look at me, or they initiate. Yeah. I will talk or I will be nice because that's my salesman personality.
Yeah.
And then I would just get a look back like what?
Weird ass shit, dude.
Yeah, like they looked at me like they saw Ice Cube in Are We There Yet? And went like, that's how people stare at people. Like
that's how you do it.
Yeah, that's how you interact.
I don't need a dad.
People.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so everyone was doing that. Everyone was pushing. Everybody was like, just such a short fuse on everyone. And I was just like, but it seemed like that since the beginning. Like before people were even drinking. Like at 6:30, it seemed like people were already like just like bitching or being a bitch about shit. So anyway, but so that was our intention, and everyone else just seemed like, and like Iman said, like is the only. I mean, you're the one that said it. You're saying like it just seems like everyone's essentially trying to get laid.
That's got to be it, man. I mean, that's got to be it, dude.
But what about all the people who are there with like their girlfriends, or well, I guess they're trying to create a mood so they can get laid later.
Possibly. In that case, I guess it's different. They're just going to party with each other, I guess. But I mean, really, everyone's dressed to the gills. Ladies not dressed at all. And I mean, they're really putting themselves on display, man. We saw a lot of ass tonight, yo. We saw a lot of ass, and dude, we sound so gay right now. We should be excited about this shit, man. But
I'm usually not anyway.
I wasn't planning on bringing any bitches back to the hotel anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like, I wouldn't even want to, man. Austin bitches are a different kind of breed, my friend. Different kind of breed, man.
It's the way that some girls were dressing, and I get it. Austin's progressive. Maybe it's like a physically liberating thing or a sexually liberating thing to be able to dress like that. But my thing is like, is it a liberating thing?
Yeah.
Or is it you being a slut thing?
Yeah.
Like, because my thing is just like I literally saw a girl wearing nothing but Calvin Klein underwear. And
she's in bra and panties and leggings. Bra
yeah,
and panties and
pantyhose or whatever.
Yes,
yeah. But it wasn't even pantyhose. It was like fishnets.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is your intention here? Mm-hmm. Because if I ask you, you're going to give me some bullshit about how you're trying to be free. But what is actually your intention here? Because what about anything that you're doing is free?
Well, her coming out in underwear was definitely pushing it. But the women out there looking sexy, trying to be sexy or whatever. Cool. I don't protest that at all. Do your thing. I got nothing wrong with that. But man, when I look at you, I don't want to think of I'll definitely get herpes if I mess with her. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thought that I was having with these women, dude.
Well, because the way that not only they were dressed, because it's not like they were dressed so they're easy or whatever.
Right.
It was like the way that they were carrying themselves and that they were acting and they were interacting with certain people. Exactly.
That's the word.
Yeah, it's almost like I guess some guys find that attractive because it's easy or whatever. They feel like they can get something, like you said.
Yeah.
But like I think that's the farthest thing.
Yeah, man.
From attractive.
It's just gross, dude.
At all. Because like to me it's like and I had this conversation with you similar when we were talking about your Tinder story, but like it's almost like prostitution to an extent. If girls are going out there in the not in the hopes, but going out there in such a fashion that they're to us in the way that they're acting and the way that they're dressing, at least in our conversations, that it seems like they're just out there to get something.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, that's just kind of my takeaway from it. I'm also very tired, so I could be talking such nonsense. But
I mean, look, wanting to have sex, that's whatever, man. That's cool. But God, the way they presented them, like there are plenty of pretty women out there.
Yeah.
I shouldn't even say. I'd say 5%, but they were sprinkled in among the crowd, and most women are fine. It's just you could tell the difference between.
Iman, all women are beautiful.
Right. Yeah. There are some daddy issues on display. I'll say that.
Yeah.
We had some strong daddy issues on display.
Yeah.
I know you shouldn't care if it's a one night stand, but I feel like if I were to ever bring one of those chicks home, I'd be playing with the health of my penis.
Yeah. Because you know that,
and that thought does not arouse.
Because it's always the thing where it's like if it was that easy for you, it's been easy for other people as well.
Not even that. It's just they looked fucking disgusting.
That's true.
And who's gonna look clean on 6th Street? I get it, but they just look. I wouldn't want to mess with any of those girls out there, man. I don't want to sound like something like I'm better than anybody or being a douchebag or anything, but man, oh man, it's like you're gonna go pick up a chick at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? People at Walmart carry themselves with a certain way.
No, I'm kidding.
Shit's in, but you know what I'm saying? It's like the people of Walmart versus Whole Foods or some shit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go to Walmart. I don't know. It's such a weird conversation.
Yeah, it seems like we're just really shitting on
trying to be above
the people. But I don't think that at all. I think it's just that there is definitely a way that people were presenting themselves at 6th Street, and we're focusing on women because we're two straight men.
You're right.
We're two straight men. There were dudes doing it. I think just as much. As far as it's definitely a little different because there's a different societal divide, I think.
Right.
And again, I'm not trying to be sexist or anything, but
I mean, I'm talking shit dressed like Magic Mike. So.
Yeah. Well, it is just different, but there were definitely dudes out there who, in a similar fashion, the way that they were dressed, the way that they were acting, are just trying to pick up someone or get with someone.
Absolutely.
Like, that's it.
Absolutely.
There are dudes sitting outside of bars waiting for girls to walk out to talk to them. I saw several times today guys that were just standing on the side of the of that railing, you know, where like the street was separated.
Yeah.
So like in the middle of the street, they have a railing, and within that railing, the cops stand there so that they have visual on everything, and I guess they can also pull emergency vehicles if they have to.
Yeah.
Anyway, but there would be guys standing against that railing, just kind of watching girls pass by, and I saw this several times, and I don't know if this is like a thing, or you tell me. I think this is fucking ridiculous. At least me. But like girls would walk by, and I saw in 2 cases they smacked their butt. But most times it was like a guy would like slap a girl on the shoulder, not like tap them, like slap their arm to get their attention, and the girl would turn around, like what the fuck, and the guy would go like, hey, where you going? Yeah, can I get you something, or can I go with you, or like, hey, we're going here, and I saw a few girls like, yeah, sure, let's go. And then I saw at least 3 girls that did that. And then but most of them were like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I was going to say, yeah.
And they'd walk off. And I'm like, is that a thing? Like, do guys think that's acceptable? Or that, see, I feel like I'm a dad. Do you think that's acceptable? That's a way to treat a woman? No, but realistically, I'm like, is that a thing? I mean, obviously girls go for it, because I saw at least 3 of them go for it.
Yeah.
But like,
dog, that shit is corny as fuck, bro. God.
Well, to me, it just seems mad. To me, and this is, again, you can disagree with me. To me, that's just, I just think that would be like mad disrespectful. Like, just like a girl's going out, she's with her friends and shit, and the way that your first interaction with her to potentially get at her or whatever is like, hey, let's go. Like, that's kind of nuts to me. Careful your point.
What blew my mind, man? What made me realize how fucking lame some of these dudes were, dude? I saw that interaction about 10 times.
Yeah.
But it's the conversation after they're having with their homeboys once they got dissed, right? They're like, hey, yo, ma, come here. Come here, ma. She walk away. All right, fuck that bitch. You're like, God damn.
Fuck that bitch. She want to suck my dick for no work on my part? Man.
Like, come on, man. Fuck. Putting the engagement ring away. Fuck, man. I thought that was the one, dog. Like, they're tripping. It's like, shit, man. You don't even know this chick. Why are you getting so butthurt? You're surrounded by thousands of pretty women. What the fuck you doing?
That guy's like, yo, ma. Walking away. And his guy friends are like, man, don't worry about that bitch. She wasn't good for you.
I turn off the radio. Every step you take. Yeah, dude.
Every step you totally change the song.
Hey, how about the dudes harassing the women out there, man?
Like, which ones, bro?
That's what I'm saying. They'd be I guess this is the liquid courage, man, but they would just be following these chicks for blocks, dude. And there were a few points in the night where I was like, if this motherfucker, I don't want to be Captain Save-A-Ho, but there are a few points where I was like, if this motherfucker does not walk away, I'm gonna have to fucking intervene, man, and get this dude out of here. He's clearly drunk. He's fucking belligerent. And he's following this group of girls who are clearly bothered by him being there. They look so uncomfortable, dude. Like, it was crazy, man.
Yeah.
It was crazy. But I was gonna say, dude, man, dude. Look, I don't want to sound like, I feel like I sound like such a douchebag, man.
You know what, bro? It's our opinion.
It's our opinion.
It's our opinion off of what we see.
Yes.
Off of this being really our first time bar hopping and being a part of the culture of Austin's bar hopping.
Well, this is just in general, man. This is just fucking in general, dude.
Well, I think maybe if we would have gone bar hopping in a place that was a little more friendly and maybe was a little more, let me put it this way, in a nerdy way.
Go ahead.
I like to go to Comic-Cons.
Yeah.
And one of the best cons I've ever been to was a horror expo.
Okay.
where there was a bunch of cool stuff to do.
Yeah.
But it wasn't too big.
Yeah.
It was a smaller con. There wasn't a lot of people there.
Yeah.
So you could meet everybody, you could see everything, and it was fine.
Right.
There was a perfect amount of people there, the perfect amount of things to do, and enough of a mixture of people where you can meet people and talk to them and have fun. And I feel like that same thing goes for anything that you do, whether you're at a party, whether you're going downtown to hang out, whether you're going to Mardi Gras, whatever. Mm-hmm. If there's the right amount of people and the right mixture of people, you can, and there's enough things to do, you can have fun. The difference is here, there is way too many people.
Yeah.
There is two kinds of people who are going to the bars and people who are walking someplace else who are causing more traffic. Like that is it. And then there's just there's not enough things to do and too many people.
Absolutely, man.
So
absolutely.
Like that's kind of how I saw it as far as the experience here in Austin. And I think that's why it's very different for us as opposed to if we would have been somewhere else where there was a better mixture of people. Maybe people were a little more open to talking and hang out. Because like I was telling you, like on the way back, like you were telling me like, oh, we should talk to people and hang out with people, but there was really never an opportunity for it.
Yeah.
Everyone always seemed to be like you said, like mad mugging you or just kind of like in their own shit and like.
That's what I'm saying.
That, man. Or you're walking by them and they're pushing you like you just killed their mom or something, and it's like
that part I can't really. I mean, because I pushed some motherfuckers too. It had
no, to be done. But like people weren't like there were some people who just like push through because they're trying to get somewhere, which is fine. Yeah. It would piss me off when there's
who's that motherfucker that split the Red Sea?
Oh, this like bitch came through. She's like, y'all better get the fuck out of my way.
Yeah,
and I'm like, okay, that's ridiculous.
What's the dude's name that parted the Red Sea in the Bible?
Oh, Moses.
We had some motherfuckers out there thinking they were Moses, right? Dog.
Moses? Yeah, it was Moses.
Moses?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some motherfuckers out there thinking they were Moses, dude. They were just gonna part the Black Sea. There was a lot of black folks. They were just gonna part the Black Sea and just everyone's gonna fucking disperse.
There were
just
a lot
running
of black
through the crowd like crazy. Man, I saw a chick get cursed out because of that, man. She came through. Penelope, little cute little white chick.
Yeah, but again,
came through.
Fair,
fucking, she shoved people out of the way.
Yeah, but to be fair, she wasn't like just trying to get through. You could easily weasel your way through.
Yeah.
Or you could snake your way through. Me and you did it the whole time. I didn't push a single goddamn person.
Right.
But people who would like just run through and be like, move, get out of my way, bitch. Like,
well, she was clearly upset. I'm thinking maybe she caught her boyfriend cheating.
Shit.
I'm not justifying the shit she's doing at all, but she was like upset for whatever reason. So she walks and she shoves this girl out of the way. Luckily for her, man. Luckily for her, because cute little Penelope fucking shoved Shaniqua off the block, dog. Yeah. So luckily for her, Penelope was moving at such a pace where by time Shaniqua turned around, I'm being so fucking racist. By time Shaniqua turned around,
little ting ting came in. No. You said that last podcast. Yeah, I was really listening to that. I was like, that's so racist.
By the time Shaniqua turned around, Penelope's already gone. But when she turns around though, she goes, "You better watch the fuck." What did she say? You better watch where the fuck you going, bitch. Yeah. But luckily, the girl was already gone.
Yeah.
Like if for some reason Penelope caught her crowd and kind of got stuck, like that happens, and she couldn't move anymore, go anywhere.
There would have been a fight.
There would have been, and it was a nice little circle forming already, dude. Penelope would have got fucked up on 6th Street.
People are ready for that.
And that's why I think there's a lot of mean mugging going on, dog. A lot of egos, a lot of liquid courage. Motherfuckers had to be on edge, dude.
That's true.
Because they were even doing the same thing. The same behavior was going on at my party.
That's true.
It was a similar environment. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. I would mention it, but then we'd have to censor it. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Dang. Anyway, yeah, to me overall, like just the crowd, I didn't like, and I think it's mainly the crowd. I think it's mainly the crowd of people.
It's got to be the crowd.
Like, you know, but it's the same thing with anything, like with parties. Going to a midnight premiere of a movie, going to a comedy show, going to a concert. If you have the right crowd, you're going to have a great time in any of those things.
Yeah.
If you have a bad crowd, your time's going to be a little tarnished because of other people, and that's just the thing.
We're not fun.
Yeah.
I was going to say this actually though, man.
What's up?
Back to like trying to just watching dudes just try to pick up chicks, man.
Yeah, man.
I was going to say this, dude. Right? I'm no expert, right?
Yeah.
I'm no fucking OG pimp daddy Mac.
God, I'm mad slouchy.
Yeah, I think we both are, I think. But dude, man, like if you're going out with the intention of picking up women, in my experience, dude, they don't like when you approach with this air of trying to be a cool guy, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you just come, dude, it's all about the energy in which you approach, man. And that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter if you are the best looking motherfucker or the worst looking motherfucker. Mm-hmm. If you just come with the intention of, for example, just looking to have fun. And I want everyone around me to have fun as well. Yeah. I'm going to be positive energy all night. You will leave home with so many women, dude. Yeah. These motherfuckers come in and they hug the wall. They got their drink, and they're just mean mugging the whole fucking crowd. Looks like they're getting ready for a mugshot picture. Yeah. Like, what? Who's going to want to approach you, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, you look fucking like you're ready to fight somebody, man. Like, you look like Debo's little cousin or something. So, I mean, people really think that shit works, dude. It's crazy. So when you're trying to meet people in general, don't try to be cool, man. Just come with the air of positive vibes, dude.
Just be yourself.
Just be yourself, man.
Unless you're a very negative person.
Right.
Then be anything but yourself.
That shit was pathetic to watch, man. That shit was cringy, dude.
Yeah. And it just
come here, ayo ma. Like, what the
and see, it's funny because like I've watched movies, right? And it's a terrible feeling, and it is. But now one of the funniest fucking things I can think about is, you know, sometimes I'll watch a movie, right? And it'll be a movie where it's a stereotype, right? Mm-hmm. And it'll be like, oh, this guy's trying to pick up this girl in the club and she slaps him, or he's being super disrespectful trying to pick her up, or he's like slapping his ass, and the girl's like, get the fuck away from me. And me, I'm like, haha, that's funny because that's way over the top and that would never happen. Yeah. But then I see it happening, which leads me to believe that the guys who did that, when they saw that movie, they went, oh, look, there he goes. Oh, she's just being a bitch.
It's all about perspective, right?
Yeah. It's hilarious to think and to potentially know that some guy is like, man, people are treating him like the villain, but he was the fucking hero. Shawty just didn't want shit.
And you know what it is, man? It makes you look needy, dude. It makes you look really needy because when you're walking up to be the cool guy, the only reason to act cool is because you want to attract somebody, right? And if a chick sees that you're really just picking her up because you really just want to have her be attracted to you, that looks so fucking needy, dude. That looks so yourself, fucking needy. Bro. Yeah, we like, just free from outcome and just want to have a good time. People feed off of that vibe, dude. And you will go home with 5 women.
I guarantee you.
Go ahead.
There were, I would be safe to say, hundreds, if not a couple thousand, dudes who stood by those bars, and everyone did the same thing. Like, everyone's the same exact tactic. They stood by the middle bar, slapped chicks as they came by, slapped them. Like, bitch, come here or nah.
Yeah, right.
Come here or nah. And so there, you know, a couple thousand guys doing that all night, and all those guys going back to the hotel with their circle jerk buddies, and they're like, man, that bitch is, no, she just, you know, and then there was that one guy who was by himself with his stupid backpack and his stupid shades during 9 o'clock at night in the bar by himself, dancing to the music with his rum and coke, and he walked home with a girl because someone just met him and went like, that's a cool guy, he's being himself,
it's a good time,
he's partying, he's a good time. So man. Right now that dude is out there getting his dill sucked.
That dude is killing
Those guys are jerking off in the bathroom while they think their friends are asleep, and we are filming a podcast. So we're not even getting relieved.
Yeah, let's be self-aware for a second. We're the biggest losers of the night.
Yeah. No, but our neighbors right there are like, who are these fuckers talking to? It's 4 a.m. 4 a.m. waking up in the morning, gotta be fresh, gotta go downstairs.
We're not doing this shit. But yeah, I know, right? We took the biggest L of the night, I guess, huh?
Did we?
Yeah, we didn't bring home any herpes.
I mean, I brought home my prize, Iman.
Oh,
it was this nice hat.
Yeah.
Real good. You think I was gonna say something else?
Nah, of course not, man. Of course not. Gotcha. But it's a nice view. But
nice view of some construction work.
Yeah, dude. Can we count how many cop cars there are? What the fuck? Are we just podcasting through World War III right now?
Is there still a lot of cop cars?
On my side, there is.
Oh, I can't see shit from here, but yeah.
Lit up like the 4th of July, man.
So, Iman, to kind of bounce from the whole Austin thing, what did you take away from our trip?
Our trip and I mean, it's not even over.
Yeah, that's true.
It's halfway done, baby.
Yeah, well, because
that's
tomorrow,
exciting, right?
Yeah, because tomorrow we want to get some cigars, maybe go hang out somewhere, maybe hit the Waffle House on the way out. I'm pretty sure there's one here.
Yeah, we'll hit a Waffle House.
I'm down to hit a Waffle House.
I don't want to leave too early tomorrow, man. I do want to enjoy the daytime in Austin.
Yeah, no, I'm fine, bro. It's just what time is it right now?
It's
I think we just gotta be.
It's 3:38.
Jesus Christ. We just gotta be checked out by noon.
Okay. Yeah,
so we got plenty of time to sleep and get dressed and
everything. We'll get up early anyway.
But yeah, no, man, I'm down. I'm not looking to go home.
We're off tomorrow
immediately. So. Yeah, I'm not doing shit.
Hell yeah. But
I don't got anyone home waiting for me or anything. So it's great.
Are you saying you asked me a really good question? I forgot.
No.
Oh, what I took away from the experience?
Yeah, what would you take away from the experience thus far? The experience
Thus far?
I guess of 6th Street in our experience today. Besides the fact
Go ahead.
that yesterday I was booking the hotel. We're staying in a hotel downtown.
Yeah.
On a Saturday.
We're a block away from 6th Street. I can look out the window and see 6th Street.
Yeah, but we were staying downtown on a Saturday during South by Southwest on St. Patrick's Day, right next to 6th Street. And I'm not going to say how much money I spent on a hotel, but I spent a little bit more than you would normally spend on a hotel. It's a nicer hotel, and I wanted to treat my bitch, and
I'm gonna fucking kill you, man. I'm gonna fucking kill you.
want to treat my bitch, and as I was spending the money, I was like, this is fine. We're gonna go have fun. It's gonna be great. We're gonna get drunk. We got out there and we didn't end up getting drunk because the mood just wasn't right to get drunk. Like I didn't want to get drunk.
I want to get drunk out there.
It was like
I couldn't even walk sober, man.
Yeah, man. I was like holding my wallet the whole time. I was like waiting for somebody to punch me.
It wasn't a good time, dude.
Remember when we stopped for a moment to do our second cigar?
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, that stampede came out. And I thought somebody had gotten stabbed, or I thought there was a shooting.
I was waiting for fucking a shooting to happen.
Yeah, and we ran towards it.
Gun? We ran towards it, man.
My favorite part is so what happened real quick. I'm gonna kind of derail this, but what happened is me and Iman were sitting on a curb, smoking our cigars outside of the cigar shop that I had just gotten mine at, and we're smoking. We're almost done, and all of a sudden, I just hear the Mufasa scene from Lion King where there's just a fucking herd running, and we turn around and people are like almost jumping over us because we're sitting on the ground, like on the curb. Yeah. And we jump up because my first thought is, I'm gonna get trampled and die right now. This is it. And I move, and I want to say probably like 200 people ran, bro.
I wouldn't doubt it. There
were like 200 people that ran by us.
Yeah, that's a fair estimate.
They started slowing down after they passed, and me and Iman didn't run. We waited because we were trying to see what was going on. I was trying to hear something, see if there were cops over there.
Yeah.
Iman happened to stop these two guys and went, hey, man, do y'all know what's going on? And this bald guy comes up with his fat friend and goes like, he goes, nah, man, I don't know what's going on, but you know, earlier we were watching Aliens, and in Aliens, when the aliens show up, people run from the aliens. So when shit was going down, I don't ask questions, I just run like an alien. And I was just like, who are you?
My dumb ass buzzing off of cigars. Hell yeah, dog, I feel you on that, but hell yeah, man. Meanwhile, I'm going towards the shit. But listen, man, I got a different perspective of that than you.
Go ahead.
You were sitting facing away. I was sitting facing towards it, man. So, like we were saying, dude, 6th Street, especially a night like this, all the elements added together, crazy packed, man, more than usual. So if you're not on 6th Street looking at 6th Street, you just see literally a wall of people, just a wall. It's like Trump's wet dream. And so imagine that, dude. You have that whole wall of people.
We need to put 6th Street right by the border. And every bar has no cover.
Dude, exactly.
Walls for weeks.
Walls for weeks. But no, man, listen. So imagine, dude, we're chilling there, puffing on a cigar, talking about life as we do, right? In the fucking wall, there's no bang. There's no sign of a confrontation. There's no fight going on. No cops are even reacting to anything. We're just like, what the fuck's going on? But for some reason,
because there wasn't a scream, there wasn't a noise, just all of a sudden stampede.
Yeah. And so the best thing I can compare it to, imagine like when you're watching one of those National Geographic documentaries, right?
Yeah.
And it's like it takes place in the Arctic, and they show you an avalanche.
Yeah.
And the avalanche, you just see a wall of ice moving simultaneously at you. That's what it was like, man. Just a wall of people.
Yeah.
Fucking thongs and oversized polo shirts coming at us.
The way that I thought about it was, you know, like in Looney Tunes cartoons, when someone would like kick a door in and the door would just like keep going with whoever was on the other side of it. And it would be like it was so ridiculous it clearly wasn't a thing. That's what happened. The wall just came towards like, and I was like, ah.
But it was like nobody was yelling. It was just like
just like World War Z zombies all of a sudden went. Just ran towards one direction.
But like to really like hit home how nothing happened, people were just running. Like, you know, when usually some shit really happens, the area it just completely cleared, right? We go there trying to figure out what's happening, and there were still motherfuckers chilling like just like nothing's happening because nothing happened, man.
It was like when you throw a pebble into water, and like the water rippled for a moment, and some of the water ran off, and then the water just kept flowing. Like, that was all that happened.
Well, there they go. All right.
Everyone's like, we can get into that bar now.
You know what happened, dog?
What's up, bro?
Somebody ate way too much voodoo donuts and fucking farted in the middle of the crowd.
I genuinely think, because we were there and I was looking around and I really wanted to know what happened. It was really bothering me.
I was so curious. Put on my camera and everything.
That has to be a fucking, like, that had to be a prank. Like someone just went, bro, if the 10 of us just run that way, everyone's going to run because they think there's something wrong. And then I feel like that's what had to have happened.
Yeah.
Because no one was talking about it. We were walking around. And I heard a bunch of other people going like, what the fuck just happened? Yeah. Like, nobody knew. Dude, everyone was so confused.
Oh, my God. That's fucking crazy. There's got to be... I think it's fair to say there's got to be a couple thousand people on that strip alone.
Oh, yeah, bro.
And it's a very narrow strip to house that many people. They could have really caused a fucking riot or really got somebody hurt.
They could have.
Luckily, it stayed in that condensed area. Dog.
Yeah, it was a ripple in comparison to the wave it could have been.
Yeah, man. Somebody really could have got fucking hurt. And it could have been us, and I would have sued.
Oh, I would have been so happy. I would have like been I would have been in the hospital, like milking the shit out of my injuries.
The full body cast.
Yeah, I would have been in the full body cast, and they would have been like, Alex, can you hear me? And I would have tapped a button. And I would have been like, yes. Do you know what can't hear you? My spine.
Now, let me talk to you about the universe.
Oh, no.
Too soon?
Yes, too soon. I was about to just mention that. We want to take a moment to remember the late Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, absolutely. And...
you know what pissed me off?
The late, great Craig Mack. Craig Mack, 1,000 Degrees.
But mainly Stephen Hawking. You know what really pissed me off? I had a bunch of friends. I'm sorry. I had a bunch of Facebook friends. Very different than friends. That
okay, god damn it.
That when Stephen Hawking died, they posted and they were like they were sharing things, they were sharing news articles that said Stephen Hawking died. Stephen Hawking passed away, right?
Yeah.
And they would share these articles and put rest in peace Stephen Hawkins. Like Hawkins.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, how did you share the article with his name written correctly and misspell his name?
I mean, fake fans, dog. Fake fans.
He's in heaven like, you're motherfuckers.
You're gonna go to hell.
I know. I hope this podcast never takes off because people are gonna come back and see these old episodes and be like, these motherfuckers.
You know what, man?
Are terrible. You know what? Whatever. I'm sticking to my guns. It's fine.
Well, listen.
I've got nothing to live for anymore.
I listened to a podcast.
7 years gone. No.
Oh, listen, man. I listen to a podcast.
My answering machine. Now that I'm alone, 'cause right now it says that we can't come to the phone, and I know it makes no sense. So I killed every member of your family because you're really pissed. Oh, sorry.
Don't incriminate yourself, dog.
I know.
Come on, man. We gotta get away with that shit. That's why we're in Austin right now, ducking out.
Ducking out.
Dude, no, I heard a quote, man. I heard a quote.
On the real, though, hold no animosity. I'm living my life.
Yeah, anyway. You're doing good. We already hit that, man. You're straight, dog.
It's just, I feel like people don't understand sarcasm.
No, they don't.
Like Johan.
Stop! Why are you talking so reckless tonight? Fuck, man. That insult threw me off the chair, dude. That was a forceful insult. That shit was physical, dog. Let me regather myself. But I heard a quote, bro. And the quote was, "You've already done the thing that's gonna ruin you." We've already fucking done it, dude. It's in some episode of this goddamn podcast.
We already know which one it is, Iman. We just haven't deleted it yet.
Bro, I can think of a few clips, though, man. I can think of a few clips, especially in this day and age, dog. Everybody's so sensitive. We're done. We're not going to be shit.
Bye, break time.
But it's worth it, man. This is what I want to do.
But you're going away now because you said gay guys are queer, and I know it makes no sound.
Not your best bar, dog. I gotta be honest with you, man.
I'm not. I wasn't. It's 4 a.m. Iman. It's 4 a.m. I woke up this morning at 5.
Yeah, man.
I've been up for almost 24 hours.
I wake up at 4:30 every morning, man, and I bust my ass at the gym, man. That shit don't work with me, dog.
Yes, Mom, but then you also go to bed at 10, you grandpa.
I don't go to bed at 10. I get about 3 hours of sleep at night, man. Come on. This is my response to you complaining, dog. We can complain tonight. We deserve it, man. We ain't getting no pussy, so we can definitely complain.
I don't know. I'm so tired.
I love these fucking late podcasts, dude.
I know.
How cool is this shit, though, man?
What, just
damn,
the
dude.
cityscape?
Yeah, we need to get a green screen going on, dog.
Yeah, man. So I really dig this.
Yeah.
This setup. I do. I mean, I think it's cool because we can still talk to each other, but it seems a little more formal.
Actually, yeah.
I'd probably
really
seem fatter.
Nah, man. You're sexy as fuck, dog.
So whatever. Thanks, buddy.
And it would give us more room to work with in my room because there's no fucking table in the middle of us.
That's true. We should really get people's opinion on this and see which way they like.
Fuck yeah.
I really like this way, though.
I think chair shopping would be fun as hell, too. Like getting your own personal
get a nice ass chair.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I can get a good chair, and you can get something for your bass.
What are you talking about?
You know, because you have low standards.
What are you talking about?
Iman, look at your clothing, your shoes.
What about my shoes?
Your job.
Wow.
The people that you see.
What the fuck, man? I'm hurt, dude.
I have
you
no
just
filter.
Hurt my feelings.
I'm inebriated. I'm tired.
Inebriated off of a Dos Equis, a singular Dos Equis.
I had 2 Dos Equis.
Damn.
And I had a Austin cider, an Austin East cider.
You had an Austin East
It's like
cider.
A hard lemonade or some shit.
Yeah.
I was gonna drink more, and I was just like, well, we talked about it. We're like, we don't want to get drunk because I think I would have trusted myself. I'm pretty sure. Iman, I'm tired and I'm saying stupid shit. I would have gotten drunk, said some stupid shit to Shaniqua when she pushed me out of the way, and I would have gotten my ass beat.
You would have got your ass beat. And you know my rule? I would have waited 5 minutes to jump in and break it up.
If I started. No, you said it.
Well, you just insulted me on the podcast, so now it's 6 minutes, and it's regardless if you started or not.
You know, Iman, why don't you shut the fuck? We're gonna get copyright strike.
Can you imagine, dude? They're just gonna mute this whole fucking episode, dude. Can you imagine?
Like, hey guys, welcome to. That's the whole episode. We're gonna cut it off right there. Like at this point, they started copywriting.
Goddamn Neo.
Is that Neo?
Hell yeah. Dog.
You're right. For some reason, I thought it was Usher. But no, Usher. I'm sorry. Neo does good music.
This died racism.
Do you feel that Usher? I was having this conversation. I honestly can't remember who the fuck I was having this conversation with the other day though. But do you think that? Did you hear about the thing with Bruno Mars?
Yeah, man, the cultural appropriation thing.
How he's using his racial ambiguity to allegedly he's using his racial ambiguity to decide like when he wants to seem more black and when he wants to seem more not black.
Yeah.
Why
don't nobody get mad at Drake for doing that?
Do you have an opinion?
Go ahead.
There's several people. Do you think that Usher, because this was the example I was using.
Yeah.
I was talking about. There's several black and just other ethnic people who grow up in the entertainment industry and who make a name for themselves that I feel like also use their race maybe in a misleading fashion. Like there are several rappers, right?
Yeah.
That come up, I mean, even like up and coming people who come up and rap about being hard and living a shitty life when they grew up perfectly fucking fine.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Do you feel that Usher relied on a sense of stereotypical how do you put it? Stereotypical black upbringing that maybe he didn't have?
Why are we using Usher for this example?
Well, because like Usher, no wait, is it Usher or is it Kanye?
Even Kanye. I'm trying to think. What did Usher drop?
Because I might be getting them mixed up because I'm super tired.
Nice
no, but
quiet.
one of them has like parents who were went to college, were college professors. I think that's Kanye. Wasn't his mom like a college professor or some shit?
Not that I know of. No, man.
Anyway, forget it.
Your sources suck, dude.
I'm losing my train of thought. But my point is that aren't there other artists who come up and use maybe a false sense of what they grew up in to appeal to an audience that they're trying to target?
Absolutely.
Like that happens all the time, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So why the fuck are we picking on Bruno Mars?
That's what the world's trying to figure out.
Like, to me, it doesn't make any sense. And the other thing is that it's a double-edged sword, because on one end, I can see how people can say, like, Bruno Mars, because of his racial ambiguity, is deciding when he wants to seem more black and when he wants to seem more Filipino or more whatever the fuck he is.
Yeah.
You know, whenever it suits him.
Right.
And then some people, because when Bruno Mars first started off, people would ask him what his nationality was. And if I remember correctly, he would like tell people like, it doesn't matter because it doesn't affect my music.
Right.
Because I think he was trying hard to not be in a box.
Right.
Like you're black, so you do black music.
Absolutely.
Or you're into hip hop because you're black. Or you're Filipino, so you only do this type of music. Or you can only do this. Or you can only be the new lead singer of Journey. And
Go ahead.
But my point is like you can see it both ways. Like, he's using it to appeal to an audience, or you can see it as, he's not using it at all, so that he can do whatever music he wants at any point because he's a fucking artist.
Yeah. How about he just likes the sound?
Yeah.
It's that old Motown funk sound.
But he's been doing that since he was a kid, because he's been performing since he's a fucking kid.
Yeah. That's a fucking stretch, people. You motherfuckers are stretch.
I don't know why I brought it up, but I remembered it, and I was like,
that's actually a really good topic. I think I may have wrote it down. I did write down some topics, actually.
Yeah, and I just thought it was some bullshit. That they,
I don't even know what the fuck to say about that anymore, man.
I just think it's bullshit. I think it's another thing that people are stretching for to try to argue about something that isn't there.
People, Bruno Mars?
Like, to me, Bruno Mars, I think, like, out of all the Cardi B's that we have, out of all of the stupid ass, I'm just gonna pick on Cardi B because I was picking on her that other podcast.
You fucking hate Cardi B.
No, but like out of all like the Cardi B's we have, out of all the Kanye West people that we have, and I'm not saying this because they're bad in any fashion.
Right.
Out of all the people that, any artist that comes out that causes drama, or any
artist
that comes out and provokes or excites drama.
Right.
Out of all those people who can bring negativity into the world of music, and they do, why are we picking Bruno Mars to attack?
That's what I'm saying.
He is probably the most neutral out of everyone. Like he's like, guys, I like my music. You come see me or don't fuck with me.
Exactly.
Like, that is it.
Exactly.
And then Kanye West is over here doing whatever the fuck Kanye's doing, exciting people or causing beef with people, or
they're just controversial.
Whatever Cardi B's doing, being controversial and garbage.
Cardi B's not controversial, but I see what you're saying. Well, let's try, right? Even though we don't agree.
Yeah.
Let's try to see where the argument would even stem from, where that thought would stem from, that Bruno Mars is appropriating culture, right?
Okay.
So let's pretend that we are finishing our third semester at UT Austin, and we just got out of our anti-Trump rally.
Yeah.
We are going to go buzz cut our head, paint it purple at 6 o'clock. Don't miss the appointment.
Mm-hmm.
And we believe that Bruno Mars is appropriating black culture.
Mm-hmm.
What would our argument be, man? Why do you think they even came out and said that shit?
Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
To me, I think the argument is, and mine would be if I had to argue for it, like if I was a lawyer and I was on the wrong side, I would say like Bruno Mars uses the fact that he can kind of almost be racially fluid. And pick and choose because he doesn't define himself with anything. So what he is doing is he is abusing the consumers by giving them a false precedent of who he is.
Right.
So some weeks he will be more hip hop, more urban, more black, and the black audience will follow him and go buy his album, go buy his new song because of that.
Yeah.
But then the week after that, he does something with Taylor Swift, and he leaves that hip hop, and he does more of like a slow, like country thing. I know she doesn't do country anymore, but I'm just saying, it's a slow country thing. So now he's appealing to the Caucasian community.
Absolutely.
And then next week he's doing a polka that's appealing to the Filipino community.
Yeah.
So he's all over the place.
Yeah, you know what it is,
He's abusing our consumers.
Yeah, dude, and I think so. Obviously, that I feel like that wouldn't even be a problem. I think it's just when you can't pick and choose the culture of the people and not pick their struggle as well. You can't just be black for a week. You can't just claim you're black for a week and be white and get dreadlocks and shit, but not want to go to the Black Lives Matter marches or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be black, you got to have our struggles too.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that's kind of what they feel that Bruno Mars might be doing.
But But what is he doing that is showing that that's what he's doing?
I'm trying to play devil's advocate here.
Oh, okay. No, I understand.
We're just biting the black sound, I guess. But my thing is, Charlamagne said this in his most recent podcast, dude. Really need to check it out. He was saying, so to take the culture and to not, pay your respect, right, and dabble in the struggle of the culture, right, to really get the respect. Fuck, I lost my train of thought. 4 a.m.
So at least from I get from what you're saying is that he's saying that kind of like what you were saying earlier is that he's almost disrespecting the culture because he's taking the advantages of being part of that culture.
Cherry picking.
He's cherry picking the parts that he wants to get. So he's taking the advantages of that culture while also not dealing with any of the disadvantages that the majority of that culture deals with.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, but he's affecting the culture in some way because he is paying homage to the culture.
I can see that.
He is uplifting the black artists. He's bringing light to the Motown sound. Mm-hmm. Motown funk you up. It's Motown Records. You know what I'm saying? So he is paying big time homage to the sound. And in my mind, that's just not appropriation, but that's when you really have an appreciation of art. Like a few years back, it might have been last year, 2 years maybe, but Kylie Jenner or one of them motherfuckers, Kylie or Kendall, went to a party or some shit with a turban on her head. And I get that. That's the time when I agree with them. I said, what the fuck is this bitch doing? She's literally taking something that's really symbolic to a certain group of people. And not even on a racial level, on just a cultural level. And just exploiting it for some Instagram clout or whatever the fuck. And that means a lot to these people. And she's just playing with the shit. Yeah. And so they got on her ass for that. You can't just be us for a week and not want to, and when it's time to go through our struggles, just want to bounce. You're white again. Yeah. But then, a few months later, our girl, Jennifer, no. Who was the girl that lost her mind? She was Disney Herbie girl.
Oh, Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan. She actually went to the Middle East, stayed there for a while, prayed with these people, dabbled in their culture and their struggle, and then posted a picture with a turban on her head, right? And it was completely perceived differently because she actually went through the shit with these people. Yeah. Dude, I lost my train of thought again. What the fuck? Where was I going with that?
Was it wrapping it back into Bruno Mars and culture and all that junk?
Yeah. So in my mind, Bruno Mars has done a lot to uplift the pretty much the root of black sound, which is the Motown era, right? Yeah. So that's why I don't see it as appropriating, man. I see it as somebody who just has a truly deep appreciation for the black sound. Mm-hmm. And he's not biting the sound because he's paying homage in almost every one of his fucking albums that he has that sound in. Yeah. And so, I mean, I can't call it appropriating, man. I can't call it appropriating because I see he's taking the same approaches that Lindsay Lohan did, dude. He's not only dabbling in the culture, but he's taking time to understand it and get that sound and fucking study it. And he loves the shit, dude. And I appreciate him for it. And I don't know, man. I got nothing against fucking Bruno Mars. I can't believe we're having this conversation about Bruno Mars, dude. Bruno Mars. I don't know, man.
Oh. Well, Iman.
What's up, man?
We've had some good conversation.
Yeah, it was a good time.
We're also both tired.
Yeah.
Very tired. It is past 4 a.m. at this point.
Absolutely.
And, guys, we want to thank you very much for tuning in to this episode of Break Time. Again, this was our St. Patrick's episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you, let us know if you like the way that the set looks because I actually really dig it. We'll also post a photo, I think, on Instagram and Twitter. Kind of get some opinions on there. See if people can tell us if they like which style they like better. But guys, again, thank you very much for listening. Again, you can check out our link in the description if you want to check out our Teespring store to support the podcast in that way. Or you can always just share our podcasts, and that supports us as well. Iman, is there anything you want to tell the good people before you end out this episode of Break Time?
Yeah, man, just keep rocking with us. We love you guys. Thank you for your viewership, and the shit's growing. Let's keep it going that way, man. Love you guys.
Alrighty, guys. Well, again, thank you very much, and we'll catch you on the next episode of Break Time.
Yeah.